Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I am Kiera Green. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe, and if you are coming back, then welcome back. But for real, so today I'm just coming on here to tell you guys about my birth plan, you know, what I plan to do with birth. However, I already know that with birth plans nothing go as planned, so it's like kind of pointless. But just to give you guys an idea of how I want it to go, I think that's important, you know, just to have like as far as like medications you want to take, you know, stuff like that. If you want to breastfeed, I think that's good, you know, to have idea of what you want to do. But you know, you don't never know what God has in store for you. It could be going one way and then turn out, you know, a whole nother way, you know. So, okay, so right off the bat, I know that I want to have her vaginally. I know that I want to have her, not necessarily natural, but I want her to come out vaginally, okay? I don't plan on getting induced. I do not want to have a C-section. I mean, if anything happens to where I have to have those, one or the other, then, you know, so be it. However, I already went through the induce with my first child. The induction part with my first child, and it was a horrible experience for me, and I never want to experience that type of pain again. And I feel like with induction, it's like them forcing the baby out of you when he's not ready or she's not ready to come out. And I feel like the medication that they put you on, like Pitocin, it just it's really harsh. Like, it's really harsh, and it makes your contractions like 10 times stronger. So therefore, like, I'm really terrified of getting induced, and I do not want to get induced. However, I've been watching so many like birth, labor and delivery vlogs, to where like it's like what I should say, it's like steps to get an induction, and I did not know that, you know. I'm thinking like how I got my induction was basically they put Pitocin in my IV, and you know, every hour or so when I wasn't dilated, they upped it to another level. However, I didn't know that, you know, you can get induced for, like, say you go into labor and you need your water break. Like, they can induce you, you know, for that little moment there, and then wait to, you know, up your levels of Pitocin, or, you know, your level of whatever you get in, you know, so that your contractions can come stronger and the baby can come. I did not know that. I'm thinking like the whole time, like, when someone says they're getting induced, then that means that basically the Pitocin is in your system and they just up at every level. I didn't know that it's stages to, you know, getting Pitocin or, you know, induction. And it's different types of several types of inductions. Like, you can get the balloon, the Pitocin, and I think it's one more thing. It's like a pill they put up your cervix to soften it. So yeah, I wasn't aware of all that. And you know, first time mommies, like, I'm gonna have to do a video on that, because there's a lot of stuff that first time mothers do not know, and no one tells you or talk about this. And I feel like since I went through that, and I went through the worst part, and I was so, you know, happy to have my baby, and you know, I went through that experience, and then it terrified me because I wasn't aware of what was going on. Okay, but I'll do a video on that probably right after this one. So as far as the C-section part, I do not want to have a C-section. I mean, I know a lot of people have like emergency C-section, or, you know, if you already had a cesarean already, then, you know, your chances of having another, you know, cesarean are really, you know, likely high. But I do not want to have a C-section. I'd rather I'd rather her just come out naturally, you know, through vaginal. And then, yeah, basically I just want her to come out. I just want her, you know, I want to be able to push my baby out, you know. I don't want to go through the hard recovery of, you know, the cesarean or the C-section. And I don't want them cutting on my body. Like, nobody wants to go in surgery. You know, you already panicking that it's already an emergency C-section, or you already got to get cut on, you know, and you never know what happens and surgery, you know, anything could happen. But I don't want to have to worry about that, and I want my recovery to be as quick as possible. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of research on cesareans too, because like I want to be fully aware of what I'm getting myself into. So I do not want induction, and I do not want the cesarean. I feel like I would rather for me to wait it out at home to have her. Like, not wait it, well, yes, to wait at home until my contractions get stronger, then go to the doctor and just push her out. Far as like me going when at the beginning, when I'm really not dilated, like 1 or 2, you know, and then be sent home and then come back and then for it to, like, I don't want to go through that process. So I hope I can bear the contractions, because I don't know how they'll feel, because, you know, with being induced, like everything was so strong to me, and you know, I couldn't tolerate any of it. However, a lot of people say if you don't get induced and let your child come on their own, they're not as harsh. The contractions are not as harsh as they were as far as being induced. Get prepared to actually go, and I think it'll be more soothing for me, because I don't want to be at the hospital for that long, you know, and don't see any progression, or, you know, them coming to pick with me every 30 minutes or so. You know, I don't want that. Like, I don't want that at all. I told my boyfriend, like, I hope I can bear the contractions so I can be at home and then get to the hospital and then worry about, you know, as far as like if I want medication, if it's too strong for me or not, you know, and hopefully I don't get there too late to where I can't get any medication. It's time for me to push. So yeah, see, that's the thing about, you know, birth plans. Like, you never know what's going to happen until you're in, you know, that situation. I do plan on getting medication. I was so highly, you know, 100% like, yes, I'm getting an epidural. I don't care. Like, I don't care. Just give me an epidural. However, with the induction, epidural really didn't work for me. It failed. And I felt everything in every contraction. So I'm like, oh, what was the point? You know, it just leaves you with the bad back. And then, you know, you barely can walk at the end. And then, you know, it was just too much. So I did a lot of research and watched a lot of, you know, labor and delivery vlogs, and I found out it's several medications you can get. And I didn't know this as a first-time mom. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff you just don't know about. Like, you have to do your research. I found out it's several medications you can get, you know, to calm your, you know, your pain level down. Birth vlog, and she has something in her IV. So I'm thinking about researching that, probably going that route, instead of getting a needle in my back and then it possibly failing. Another labor delivery vlog was a girl had the laughing gas. Oh, sorry. A girl had the laughing gas, so they just gave her a mask, and, you know, every time she felt the contraction, she just breathed in the laughing gas, and then it kind of took away the pain a little bit. She said it took away a little bit, you know, but it just took her concentration off of thinking about how, you know, painful it was. So that's another alternative. I think that's the only 3 medications that I found so far. I'm gonna have to do more research. I am 33 weeks now. We're almost there. We're almost there. And yeah, so basically, oh yeah, and far as like I'll do what's in my hospital bag or what's in my baby bag. I'll hopefully try to vlog everything in my labor and delivery. I'll give you an update on my 33 week pregnancy, because, you know, I'm doing my pregnancy week by week now. So you guys, please go watch the other videos to stay informed. If you have any questions or concerns, please comment below. Please follow me on Instagram to keep up with me. It's Kiera.green, and yeah, I only plan on staying at the hospital 2 days maximum, you know, 2 days maximum, and I want to come home. Because with my son, I stayed in the hospital for, I think it was 4 days, and that's because he had got his he had got circumcised. and I had lost a lot of blood, and I was very anemic, so I had to stay too. But I stayed in the hospital for 4 days, and that was rough, you know, being in the hospital, uncomfortable, nurses coming in and out, checking on you here and there. Like, it's just like, thank God, you know, for the nurses and whatever, but it's like, oh my God, like, you can't get any sleep there. I'm at insomnia now, so I'm really not getting any sleep anyway. But hopefully she comes out and she's not up all night, you know. Like my son, he slept through the night when he was a week old, so he probably woke up like once, and then that was it, and he slept the rest of the night. But we kept him up as much as we could throughout the day, and that really worked. So need any tips on that, let me know. I hope I don't have to ride in the ambulance to the hospital. Like, it's just so much, you know. But it's like, I can't plan that type of stuff out because you never know what's going to happen. So it's like, you have an idea and a kind of like a basic plan or like a strategy, like, okay, we're gonna do it this way, this way, this way. But you know, anything could happen. And then with I'm gonna call him my husband, my hubby, because that's my baby, but that's my boyfriend. He works, and he works 10-hour shifts, and I'm like, oh my God, just pray that, you know, she at least come at night time. Like, please don't come in the morning while he at work. And then, you know, please don't have, you know, his sister at work, or, you know, his brother, because like, what are we gonna do? And I'll have to ride in the hospital with baby Jean. I'm like, oh no, I cannot do it. I do not want to do it, you know. But you know, whatever happened, as long as the baby is healthy, I'm healthy, and you know, we get there safe. I have a safe labor and delivery, and that's all I'm shooting for at the end of the day. So yeah, this is my birth plan. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys subscribe, like, and comment. I'll give you guys a bump shot. Let me scoot it back a little bit. So yeah, she's getting bigger and bigger by the day. She is getting huge. She's still round, like, I mean, I'm not that big like I was with my son. Having a Braxton Hicks. See how tight it is? It's like so tight. But they're not as harmful or painful. But I need to go drink some water. Like, this is probably her butt right here, and then this is her head down here. But yeah, this is my bump shot at 33 weeks.